everybody. This is my fourth live stream. I'll be starting momentarily. Okay. So today I'll just be sketching some figures, I think, and maybe practicing some poses. I do have some references I'm using today. I think that will help me with my poses to get them a little bit more even with all of the proportions. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. There. So I use the references that I use for my drawings most often is drawings from Melon Soup. I've mentioned her before, or whoever they are, but I just want to say that again because they do a pretty good job of drawing all the references for people. And this one will be, so the arm is gonna the hand will be like right here. And this character will be holding an axe, and the axe will kind of be behind his head. And then his other hand, his right arm, would be on his hip here. So that's kind of the reference that I'm thinking of. Can I draw a cute cat? I used to draw cats a lot. I could do that. Hold on, I'm just gonna make a couple more lines on here. Yeah, I'd love to draw a cute cat. Alrighty. Alright, I don't draw cats that often, but wait, let me flip my page again. My cats are pretty simple, that's for sure. I'm kind of sticking to drawing humans on my channel lately. I still draw creatures like dragons and animals like that, I guess. I went through a couple phases of drawing birds. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do love birds, but I don't really draw them that much. But sometimes I'd look in these bird books, and they'd go through step by step of how to slowly draw a robin or a cardinal or anything like that, really. Let's see, that is my cat head. I might make a little bit of the body. You're from Germany? Oh, that's cool. I'm from the United States, from Indiana, the Midwest. This cat leg is looking a little bit wonky here, I will say. And then I'll just draw his whole body now since I've already started. And let's see. We'll just draw the hind leg here. Let's see, I could add some details on the cat, like maybe it could be a tabby with some stripes, or I don't know, what type of cat should I draw? You've always wanted to go to Berlin? That's cool. I definitely would love to visit a lot of countries in Europe. I like the Basque Country, that's for sure. A very interesting place. I actually just stopped there to eat some food. I like a lot of the desserts they have there. And I guess I'll just kind of make some patterns on the cat's fur. So yeah. And some whiskers. Alright, that's all for the cat. I'll flip back to my figure drawing. I'll try to get this one complete for our live stream today. Yeah, you're welcome. Let me get lined up here. I think that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see, what was I doing? It's just slowly working on this piece here. And usually I always ask, does my voice in the music, are those at good levels? I don't know. I just always like to ask you guys, because sometimes my volume levels are not right. And I did not have, wait, I have 1,420 subs. Yeah, I actually have a little bit more than that, because when you get higher up in subscribers, actually past the 1,000 subscriber mark, it goes by tens. The subscribers, sorry, I was trying to explain that. in a simple way. And hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you? ¿Cómo está? Right, estás or estás? Wait, sorry. And I guess the hand placement here would be going on the hip. Kind of just snug there. Yeah, it takes a while to grow a channel, that's for sure. Mine has always been around art, basically. I started off drawing lots of dragons. And then I transitioned over to people in the past year or so. I've been on YouTube for about, let's see, 2 years, I guess. I don't know exactly when I started, but sorry, I was just messing with my computer a little bit. I got off track with my live stream. Okay. I'm back now. This hand is kind of off, I gotta say. Maybe I'll just move on to the other arm. This will be the left arm, so just forget about this hand for a little bit. This is kind of a weird angle for the hand, but he will be holding an axe. Kind of a cool position to me. Cool pose. The fingers, these might be a little bulky here. I guess I could just maybe give the hand a very basic shape and then kind of fill it in later. I first need to know where the handle of the axe is going through. Thank you all for joining me today. I heard Thursdays are good for live streaming. This is my 4th live stream, so I don't really know what days are good yet. But I'm getting a hang of it slowly. And let's see. Yeah, this isn't kind of working out well. I just need to reposition the handle a little bit, or the tip of the axe. Yeah, what do you draw, Toka? Sorry, I just saw that now. Axe is a little bit, maybe it needs to be more sharp and pointy on the sides. I don't think I'm gonna move on to the face just quite yet. I'm gonna work on these hands. let's see, the hand would be like gripping around the handle of the axe. I'm trying to imagine that in real life to see what position the hand would be in. Alright, and then the thumb would be kind of hidden there, so I don't have to worry about the thumb. At least in that one, but down here, I gotta fix this. It might be a little bit now since I curve the hand and didn't go out to the side like that down there. Yeah, that actually looks a little bit better. Of course, right now I'm just making very simple shapes for the hands, and then later I'll probably go in and give it a little bit more detail. Or maybe not, maybe I'll just leave it like a mitten. Last time I was streaming, I was actually practicing some hands. Let's see, here is the page. I got a couple here, and I actually was studying my hand earlier, so that's why I have marker all over it, if you're wondering. Alright, back to this guy. So I guess I'll start asking now for clothing ideas for this guy. I guess he will be a lumberjack, so probably some nice flannel shirt, and I feel like that'd fit him quite nicely indeed. But I want this head to be a little bit more tilted to the left. Well, his left, our right. So that will be kind of tilted like that. I don't know, every time I reposition the head after I already drew the neck and the body, it usually doesn't turn out well. So I'm just gonna pray that this looks okay. To be honest, so far I really like this. I just realized that the axe's handle would probably be resting on its shoulder. Yeah, that'd be better. Have that there. It's kind of an odd position with the axe going behind the head. So for me, I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit and seeing what works and what doesn't. Yeah, the head's a little bit wonky, but that's alright. I'll fix it somehow. He's kind of looking upward a little bit, but I think I like that. Alright, now I think I'm gonna start shaping out his face and giving him an actual nose and an actual 2 eyes. And then you guys can give me any ideas you got for the clothing. I always like to hear what you guys have in mind. Let's see. Oh, I don't like those eyes. Looks very sad. That is a little better. I think that's better, yeah. And then after this one, I have another pose that I have in stock. I don't really plan out the characters, I just kind of make them up as I go, which is sometimes pretty fun. And other times I actually want to draw a specific character of mine that I draw a lot. But on live streams, usually it's just random and whatever comes to my head. Yeah, his face looks a little bit too stretched out. I just realized that. That looks even worse with it. It's too short and stubby. It's really all just trial and error for me. He definitely looks pretty young. Intended for like an older, strong looking lumberjack. The nose is basically a triangle. I could go a little bit deeper in detail for the nose, but I don't know, that looks okay. That looks a little too big actually. It is not okay. I'll come back to it. Right now, open the lips a little bit. And then for the clothes, I guess I'll just go with what I've been thinking. A nice Canadian jacket. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to draw flannels with all the squares, but sometimes just gotta remember to simplify the squares. I don't need to make them super small. And yeah, something about his face. I think maybe it's the nose. Might just be a little bit too dark. He kind of looks silly. Very silly. I'll just continue with the flannel shirt for now. Make it a long sleeve. Well, it could be a long sleeve shirt kind of rolled up on the arms. I think that might work, yeah. Yeah, I just had to make sure that I was alive, because sometimes I'm watching this also on my computer so I can keep track of the comments. Sometimes the comments aren't live and I'm not seeing anybody, but it looks pretty quiet in here right now. And then I guess we'll just give him some regular pants to wear. And I'll also roll up his sleeves on this arm too. You won't see it as much, but it'll look a little different. Alright, you don't see much of the pants, so yeah. It doesn't even go down to the knees, so just stick with this. And now I will start adding all of the little squares on the flannel piece. But it's gonna be it's always a little tricky because you have to make sure the squares curl around with the shirt to make sure they aren't too wonky. I mean, it's definitely not going to be perfect, but I try to make it at least decent. Because these will be kind of rippled along with the shirt. One time I'll show you guys really quick if I can find the drawing I will. I drew this little girl and she was kind of slouched. She was like sitting, but she had a flannel shirt on and I made the squares way too small. So here it is, right here. So the squares were way too small, so which meant it was really hard to color. But I know now, so I didn't make that same mistake again. But I did kind of try to curl the squares on the shirt according to the position she was in and where the shirt was curling from, and yeah. Now I gotta find my page again. I should have some bookmarks so I don't keep losing them. Alright, here we are, back to this guy. Back to the lumberjack. Let's see, yeah, it will be a little bit tricky for me to make the squares on the rolled up sleeves. It'll be a little bit tricky, but that'll be okay. I'll manage. Somehow. Yeah, I think these need to be less straight. And this, like, the lines maybe a little bit more curvy. Yeah, fabrics are hard for me. But I think I'm doing it for now, until everything starts to collapse. Now we can start to work on the horizontal lines, which will make the shirt really just come together. Try to make them even. I mean, those might be too small of squares. I think I'm doing the same mistake I did last time, right? I made last time. Yeah, I think it's coming together with these horizontal lines. And how's the music today? Because I know the last time I filmed it was a little bit too quiet. Might need to turn it up a little bit, but I'm trying to be quiet in this household right now. Or at least sort of quiet. Okay, so his flannel shirt is done. The pants, there's not much to see there, so I don't really need to work on that anymore. Let's see. I don't know if I want to move on to the next one or keep working on this and maybe outline it. But really, it's looking okay. I actually might zoom out a little bit. There. The hand up here, I guess I could work on that a little bit. One thing I do hate is how the camera keeps focusing on my hand and then on the paper. It's annoying, that's for sure. Probably annoying for you guys too. Alrighty, I am going to move on. And I might shoot a little bit more, but then I'm gonna move on to my next character. I'm a little indecisive right now because the other pose I have in mind, it's kind of difficult to me because it includes drawing the hands, and I've been trying to practice on that lately with the hands. I even doodled all over my hand to see like where the bones were and stuff, as you're probably catching a glimpse of it when I hold the paper here. So that's what that is. But I think I just need to actually look at some charts of hands, like the actual bones, and study the anatomy of it. I don't really like studying the anatomy, but it's kind of, if I take my time and just look at some skeletons and how the muscles work and how the skin wraps around it, I think that'd help me out. I just haven't put my time into it yet. And I definitely need to get working on my full video. It's just, I got sick and then I didn't really feel like doing that for some reason. And I didn't. I wasn't able to edit for a while, but that's okay. That's no excuse. I mean, kinda is. But I'm really hoping to get some out. Working on one takes a while though. I've kind of been caught up in live streaming lately. And because it's really fun to me, especially when there's a lot of people on. Today it's going decently. It's kind of slow, but that's alright. Oh yeah, I drew a cat for one person who popped in here. Kind of an awkward position, I feel like, but it's okay. So we're now moving on to the next position, the next character, new page, fresh, just to start over. So, alright, I just need to, I always start with the head. That's always what I do. I think a lot of people do that. I don't really ever see people start with the body, because if you did, that'd be pretty, you'd be talented to me. If it actually looks good and, wow. I don't know, I just don't, like, if you actually did start with the body, I feel like the placement of the head would always be a little bit off, because I think the head depends on where all the body is. But, I don't know. Usually, I just, when I don't know what to say, I say I don't know. I say it so much. And it gets a little bit tiring sometimes. I catch myself and I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I do know. Or maybe I don't. Again, I'm starting off with my triangle nose. Well, actually, I have to go to the body first. And I'll work on the face later. And, oh, I don't have it written on the top of this page, so let me quickly write something. And I'm falling off the edge here. The last word is a little bit squished, but it was supposed to say comment. Oh well, that's okay. Handwriting a little bit sloppy, but people can probably read it. Hopefully. Alright, where was I? Oh yes. Drawing this shoulder out. Be their right shoulder, which is gonna curve back up to their chest. Lower chest, I guess. I was gonna do some timed drawings. Like set a timer for, I don't know, a minute, and then maybe do 30 seconds, 10 seconds, draw the same thing. But see how it changes over those limited times. When I don't have the hair on my characters, it always looks like Megamind. They got this huge head, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. Like, I do struggle with making sure the forehead isn't too big and like just the whole scalp, really. I usually just cover it up with hair, and if the head looks big, I just blame it on the hair because the hair can be very poofy and thick. So, yeah. I gotta fix this arm a little bit. It's bothering me. The arm is a little bit too big for this character. I need to slim it down. This will be the chest part. And then it's gonna be like the other pose. It'll only go down to the knee, like the legs. Just a little, you'll see a little bit of the legs, but not too much. It won't even go down to the knees, really. Yeah, this one's a little stiff. I don't know if I'm enjoying this pose too much, but it just takes a lot of practice. I can't hate on all of my drawings. That looks really odd, but I'm kind of working it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe if I just stick to it, it'll actually turn out better. And yeah, maybe sometimes I'm always spotting the flaws in my work, because that's what artists do. That's how they fix their work, how they improve. I just happen to say all of it out loud because I'm on a live stream and I'm trying to talk to myself. Let's see. That would, yeah, their back isn't in the position that I want it to be. That's okay, because it's not gonna be perfect, even though I want it to be.